Hi, my name is Oscar Torres, and I just want to get with my fellow students and my instructor and just share my thoughts on everything that I've learned and acquired over this last month here at Full Sail University during the overview of the Media Design and Technology course. It's been a great time. 4 weeks have gone by really fast, but in that time, I feel like I've learned a great deal, especially my particular industry, which is the game arts program. That's what I've always wanted to be, and so in that industry, I've always had a good idea of what goes on and what's necessary. But there were a couple of things that I either didn't know or I did not have a clear idea of, and now I saw reinforced and confirmed within all the research that we've done for certain projects and assignments throughout this last 4 weeks. So that's one thing that I learned. For example, the industry terms, a lot of popular buzzwords and industry terms in the industry that some of them I know what they mean, others I'm vaguely familiar with, and others I've just heard tossed around, but aside from the actual term, I never knew. So in this assignment, we were actually asked not only to define them, but to define them in our own words. So what that had me doing was actually looking up different sources to find out what this particular term meant, and then trying to put that in my own words and in my own understanding and in my own expression actually helped to cement that in my brain. So that's something that I didn't know before, a lot of these industry terms. Another great thing that I learned was the importance of networking. I mean, it sounds like a no-brainer, but the fact of the matter is I'm a very introverted individual. So I've never been the kind to really ingratiate myself to these social media outlets and sites, at least not to the degree that most people would. And so be that as it may, I've learned and seen reinforced throughout all our research, once again, through all our assignments, the importance of networking, social networking, and just networking in general, because it is one of the main avenues, if not the main avenue, in which you will get your brand out there and your skill set and be able to display what you can do to potential employers who may be looking up, on those social outlets for potential candidates. So that's another thing. And then one more thing that I did learn as well was not only how important networking is. Sorry, I'm reading it because there's a lot of information, so I want to get it to you guys accurately. But also your personal online presence. You have to maintain a squeaky clean professional decorum whenever, at all times, that you have any kind of presence online. And so that's something that, is kind of, again, of a no-brainer, but just to see how intensely that is emphasized throughout these classes is something that had me going back through my old YouTube account and my old Facebook accounts and just taking out pictures that weren't necessarily incriminating, but that could be taken out of context. I mean, there could be pictures at a family party or whatnot, and you don't want your potential employers to see things and take them out of context. So that showed me something else that I needed to be aware of. Also, this course was very helpful, and it also did nothing but confirm my zeal and my passion for becoming a game artist. It confirmed my decision to pursue this degree. And just in some of the assignments alone, like the one I just mentioned, or even the professional spotlight, where we had to actually look up and give you basically a picture in words of our industry hero, just to look up my industry heroes like Shigeru Miyamoto, for example, and actually see the accomplishments and all that he did and all that he went through to get to where he's at. And also in the other assignments where we're researching, whether it's industry definitions or, speculating about the future of the industry, all that just got the juices flowing and just confirmed the passion that I had for this industry that's not going to go away. It's only going to intensify. So it was instrumental in that as well. One of the assignments that I think I remember the most that really was not only engaging and fun, but also beneficial was, like I said, the professional spotlight was great. And also I really liked the industry growth, where we actually had to just give our opinion and our explanation by looking at certain sources and seeing the trends of our industry, where we think they're headed in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 25 years, and how we want to play a role in that growth and in that path that this industry takes, and what we would like our lives to be like at that point. That was a really fun assignment, and it showed me, just exactly what my goals are, both in the short term and especially long term. So that was probably the most memorable assignment for me. And also, as far as things that I would add to this course, the only real complaint I had, and it wasn't really a complaint, but was just like I noticed, there were less go-to sessions or lectures for this class than there was for our previous class, or at least my previous class. I think in this one we only had one, if I'm not mistaken. And I always found the go-to sessions to be useful, even though I couldn't actually give my input and interact live because I have a full-time job, so I had to watch it archived. It was still very helpful, very beneficial to just hear the professor or the instructor actually going over the assignments or questions we might have, and then hearing other fellow students be able to chime in and ask questions that 90% of the time were the questions I might have had, and see them get answered. That was always very beneficial for me. So that's just one regret that I have. There's not as many go-to sessions as I would have personally liked. But other than that, the class was spot on. The workload actually was kind of light compared to our first class, but the assignments that we did have were intense, and they made us get in there and do research and use credible sources and use all the tools that we had at our disposal. For this video, I just chose to do a plain old YouTube video because I really don't have any editing software. And I did look at some of the links and looked up some of the things on Google as far as free websites to create videos, but the majority of them had me doing a free trial that only gave me 30 seconds. And in 30 seconds, I can't express to any of you exactly how much I've learned from here. So I chose to do just a plain YouTube video, something that I'm very good at, that I have my own channel for. So that's why I'm choosing this format. And the last thing I would like to say is that I didn't find anything really not useful or beneficial about this class. There was nothing majorly to complain about. Everything that we did was meaningful and beneficial and just helped me continue to build the good habits that I want to have that are going to lead to my success in this industry and really in anything in life that I'm pursuing. So it helps me. It's helping me build those good habits. And so I feel that every assignment and everything that we signed on for and had to get into were things that were beneficial and not things that were waste of times, like at other schools or other experiences I've had with education. So I feel that the class has been awesome. I can't stress enough how much I learned and how much it impacted me, which I really didn't think it was going to be all that great, because it was such a melting pot of all the industries together. And what I learned also was that a lot of these industries have a lot in common with mine. Game art has obviously a lot in common with game design, but we also both as collectively have a lot to do with mobile development as well, as games are moving in a more mobile direction. So I mean, it was great to see the correlation between all these industries that I wouldn't have seen had I not taken a class like this. So that's just another example. And also again, the networking and all the students that I have here that I can communicate with, ask questions, have dialogues with, all that's been great, man. So nothing else I really need to say. I've really enjoyed my time here, and I just hope that you guys have felt the same way. God bless you guys. Have a nice day.